And it's here. Hello. Yes, this is Jim McHugh. I'm going to play our intro thing, and then we're going to get right to business. I'm going to do a little countdown so some more people can join us. And we got lots to talk about, big comedy festival news, and it's going to be fun. So tune in, chat, talk to me, whatever. When George Carlin recommended you for Oprah.
The best thing is at the beginning of it, he said, "Hi, this is George Carlin. First, let me say there's nothing I can do for your career."
I opened for Lionel Richie at the Greek Theater. They say you can't look at Lionel. And I still got show adrenaline going, and I see Lionel, and he walks by. And just out of instinct, comic instinct, I just looked in his direction, and I just said, "Hello." And they said, "No, you can't talk to him. No."
I used to be devastated by a bad set, not really be able to feel good about myself until I had a good set, and in my early days, that could be months. So it was just.
The night you're there, I walked around the front, and there's a guy scalping tickets, and I hug him. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Lionel can't take it.
Looking forward to that.
You say, could you use someone else's name when doing my please?
Hey, here we are, day 4, Boston Comedy Festival. Lots to talk about, lots going on, lots that's happened, lots that's going to happen. We finished off our prelims Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that's 6 shows. And then all those acts, and there's too many to name, are all moving forward into the semifinals tonight and tomorrow night. And we will take the winners of those shows, and they will go to. They're all winners, right? I mean, if they're here, they're funny, period. But the people that are selected will go forward to the Berkeley Performance Center. And that's an awesome, I don't know if it's 900 or 1,100 seat room. And lots of musicians walking around with guitar cases and drumsticks, man. You know, it's a kind of cool scene. and the comedians go in there. We have no like musical skill whatsoever, most of us. And we go, man, I wish I was a rock and roll star. Right up until we see our favorite musicians doing a wedding gig, and which happened to me. I was like, oh man, that's rough. Not that I have worked. Actually, that's funny. I did do a wedding one time, and someone hired me to do a wedding, and I begged her not to hire me. I'm like, you don't want a comedian at your wedding? No, we love you. We think you're really funny. You can make fun of our family. I go, you don't want someone making family at your wedding. That's not what you want to do. But she did it. I mean, you know, it's a good way to find out about the in-laws the hard way. Get a professional comedian to interview them live. What? No, yeah. Jock is asking me, saying, "Hey, did they hire me for the second wedding?" No, but I did get a deposit for the divorce right there and then. So, it's all good. Hey, another big thing that's happening tonight that I should mention is we have Mr. Kevin Nealon from Saturday Night Live and Weeds, and he's been on a million movies. Hilarious man. You should definitely. I think there's some tickets left here, but not very many. Is this, what do you do? A limited ticket warning? Is that what we should be doing? Yeah, Kevin Nealon, and he's gonna have a big walk up tonight. It's perfect comedy weather. It's gray. There's no barbecuing going on. There's no one playing horseshoes. It's just get me out of the house and do something. And I need a laugh because I'm depressed. And that's what we're selling. And that's why we don't do this in June. Because in June, no one wants to be inside laughing. They want to be outside chilling out. But tonight is your night to get out of the house, come out and get some laughs. And then, tomorrow, by the way, if you can't do it tonight, if you've already got your sweatpants on, I know once you get in the comfortable chair and you recline and you got your drink holder filled with your favorite beverage, you're not leaving. So I get it. But tomorrow we got DL Hughley, man. And he's doing, I think, 6 shows. Many of them are already sold out. I think all of them will sell out. And DL is amazing. So don't miss out on that. If you don't come down and see Kevin Nealon or our semifinals. Those shows have been packed all week. Even Monday and Tuesday. Packed. So this thing is rocking. It's a freight train. Get on board. All aboard. Woo woo. That train whistle sound is what got me not hired for many years in comedy. You don't want to be ever making a train whistle sound. That's not the way to get gigs. That's the way to get the train out of Dodge. They're like, do you see the guy who makes the train sound? Could we not hire him? So that's kind of, trial and error. That's the thing with comedy. Trial and error. All right. So, what can I say? If you want to hit me up on the chat, I'm not entirely sure where chat comes from. It's all mystical to me. I'm talking to my laptop, and it goes out there into the World Wide Web, and then you ask me a question or you make a comment on my silly hat, and then I will respond. If you have a comedy question or a comedy answer or a memory from the Boston Comedy Festival, or you're willing to pay money to get me to stop talking, any of those things are acceptable. Okay, we got Eggsy Boy. That's one of our top chatters. That's our chatty Cathy of the network, and also Mike Payne, spelled Micpain, which means he's done some comedy and he also can still afford to go to counseling, which is good if you can do that. All right, I see a lot of people that are getting onto Twitter and they're getting onto Instagram now. I think Twitter. I don't know how this works. The magic of this. If I sign them up late, so I don't know if they're just hearing the first intro right now on Twitterverse. But Rodney Norman, we love Rodney. Rodney is he's been a friend for a long time, and he's like on fire now. He's like working all manner of gigs. He's a great comedian, but he is a star on. Where do all the kids go? All the TikTok, yeah, TikTok. And one of the reasons I'm not a star on TikTok is I go, what's the name of that thing that all the kids are on? If you find yourself saying, what's the thing that all the kids are on? You probably shouldn't be on there. And my dancing would just bum them out, I think. So even though I am quite a good cat dancer, meaning I dance for the cats, and there's something about their disapproval that I can't just find in a live audience. Sometimes I got to get it at home. All right. And I do lots of random movement, lots of jazz hands, stuff like that. That's what a feline likes. Right. So Rodney, who knows where Rodney is? Rodney, where are you? Rodney is like just working the globe out of his Rodney Norman mobile. You ever see the Wiener, Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile? Rodney Norman has a similar vessel that he travels. It goes through doorways in the universe to other doorways, and he works everywhere. I'm talking comedy clubs, function rooms, drive-ins, bowling alleys. I'm sure he's been inside, a lab, and maybe just as somebody they were testing. That could be possible. Yeah. So he works a lot, and he has the coolest fans. I can't really describe them, but I think he sells a ton of T-shirts, and they buy them before the show. And I feel that he's got the only audience, barring maybe the Grateful Dead, that buys their shirt before the show, hoping not to forget to buy a shirt. So that's the draw there. All right. So I'm going to put hi. And I can't stay on too long because I got to go upstairs. I got to help, hand out. We're dole out T-shirts to the comedians and laminates, and everyone's excited because they've already won the first thing, so they're tasting blood now, and they're envisioning themselves walking out on the Berkeley stage. Luckily, I'm hosting, so what I do is I really lower everyone's expectation early in the show. I get everyone in kind of a lull of, wow, I should be in my comfortable chair back home with my slippers. And once they reach that kind of level, then they're ready for the really funny people to come up. And I should tell you a little bit while I'm talking about funny people. At the finals, we got Adam Ferrara coming in, and he's a monster truck of comedy. Can I say monster truck? I think Frank Santorelli is currently the monster truck, but he's monster truck comedy adjacent. He's on the shows. He was on Nurse. What was the one with the wife from Sopranos? Nurse Jackie. He had a big part on that. He's on a hot rod show, and he knows all about cars. He knows about sports. He's really too smart to be a comedian, really. Because usually when you get a test, it used to be in the old days, and if you were hireable, they really asked you to leave the comedy field. Because it used to be like, look, we need people that just no one else will hire, and they aren't appealing to the opposite sex or even the same sex or even sex by themselves. There's nothing appealing about them. And then you have the makings of a good comedian, someone that is kind of just put rejection into their inner core. Okay. And that's where the comedy comes from, that deep pain of like, you're just hanging in there by a thread. And that's when you think of a really funny thought. And then you learn to, first of all, you learn to have people laugh at you, and then more it's with you or for you. Yeah. This is hitting a little close to home for me right now. I'm getting a little choked up. All right. Man. Okay. So BostonComedyFestival.com. Slow down the chats because, right now we're at 0 and I just can't man the phones. If you're going to be impatient like this, if you're going to just like flood the internet with 0, I don't think and we got a landline here. We're like direct Ethernet. So it's super fast. The non-committal, no comment thing. It's kind of impressive. Okay. So
2 shows tonight, 12 comments each.
Yes, 2 shows tonight, 12 comics each. I'm gonna read off who's on this, and that'll give me some business to do. And then you guys are gonna know. I know we got Mr. Corey Rodrigues coming in, and everyone in Boston knows him. Everyone around knows him. He's funny. He's really funny. And let's see if we could find. There's Corey. We got Corey Rodrigues, John Moses, Big D, Paul Henry, Kathy Lynch, Michael Keegan, Mimosa. I call him Mimosa because that's how I remember it. It's Momosa. Angelica Scanaroo, Joseph Katz, Angela Sawyer, Casey Crawford. And that's just one of the shows. The other show, we have Corey and John Rodrigues and John Moses again. We have Hadi Kuba, Carolina Montesquieu, Andrew Breen, Mark Anthony Sigagogo. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to do well. But I'm afraid of his name. I'm afraid of that name. And so I want him to go forward. But like I've said on earlier podcasts, I got to corner him, and we're going to practice that name for Saturday at the Berkeley performance because I'm pretty sure his name, and when I introduce him, might be Anthony Sigababowitz. And we're just going to he's going to have to change his name to whatever is said that night, I think. Jesse Ferris. Elkie Toms. The H is silent. Oh, so the second show, no one can move forward. We can't accept anyone from the second show. The second show tonight, vote from people from the first show because I don't want to deal with any of this. Adikia Shanikar, Terry Boo, Shauna Blake, and Connor Doherty. Connor Doherty sounds good. The rest of you, not so good for me. And Andrew Breen, I can pronounce that name. So let's support those acts. I really don't. I'm not a judge, so honestly, don't sue us because I said that. We can't take it. We can't take a lawsuit. We want everything's equal. I'm just afraid of some of your names. That's all. And hopefully, if you decide to sue me, you will misspell my name, and that's how I'll evade any kind of litigious behavior from anyone. Okay, good. I have worked with Kevin Nealon. I have worked with Kevin Nealon several times. I worked with Kevin Nealon in the old Comedy Connection in Faneuil Hall, and he was amazing. The place was packed. The audience couldn't have been nicer. And after the show, Kevin Nealon says to Jim McHugh, "Do you know of any good Irish pubs?" And I said, "Kevin, we can throw a rock and in any direction, and you're going to hit a guy stumbling out of an Irish pub." So that's what we did. We threw a rock and we heard, "Ugh!" And there was like some Irish brogue kind of swear. It's hard to understand between the regular and the non. And we just followed the sound of that into a pub. And then the next time I was right here at City Winery. I opened for him at City Winery. And that was also very cool to see him. I think there might have been a 10-year spread between the first time I worked with Kevin Nealon. Now, it's weird because now he's shaving and he's fully grown up now. He was just a kid the first time I worked with him. But now he's fully grown up, and he votes, and he's got his learner permit. So at any time, Kevin could be driving, not in Boston. We don't want to lose anybody here, but he may be driving. So that's something we look forward to as well. All right. Any more questions from the Peanut Gallery?
What is your favorite Kevin Nealon thing?
My favorite Kevin Nealon thing?
Saturday Night Live.
Weeds was really good. I didn't see Weeds till after it was on. We have a we have someone coming in here from the winery going, "We got to start the show. Can you go upstairs and do that?" And no, I can't. We got 15 minutes together, people. So if there's, I'd like to know, is anyone seeing this on YouTube? If you're on YouTube, ping me. And maybe you're all driving.
It's a holiday weekend, so
It's 5:15. Maybe you're all stuck in the tunnel right now and going, if I could just put down my handgun and pick up my phone, I would say something to Jim. But I just need the handgun in case I have to completely lose my mind right now. We don't advise. Okay. Mike Payne is also driving. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You're driving. Okay. Anyone in the tunnel? We get people that get stuck in the tunnel for so long they have to stop and shave 2 or 3 times. See, that would be an example of a long time to be in the tunnel because, the speed of growth of facial hair would be days. I'm holding for laughter. Still holding. Okay, now we'll move on. Good. All right. You know what I'm going to go to? And I've never done this before. I'm going to go to my Twitter account because I put jokes up all the time. And if I'm going to fail with jokes, I want them to be ones I don't care so much about.
My little guy just FaceTimed me to show me that he's watching on the Apple TV at my mom's house.
Wow, we're on Apple TV. Hey, Squishy?
Yeah, he's watching YouTube on through my mom's Apple TV.
Oh, wow. All right. YouTube. So we are on YouTube, apparently. Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome. All right. Let me get this on. I'm going to try some material on you guys. All right. I see myself there. Okay. Here's a joke that I redid. Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband are called their divorce after more than 10 years a conscious uncoupling. Most married people experience conscious uncoupling after only 5 years. All right. Tell me if you think that's a worthy joke. Also, hello, Jocks. That's Open Mike Payne. So that's a friend of yours.
It's yeah, the guy Wayne who did the show up in Tilton. That's he just had broadcast the other day. But yeah, he's another comic who's come by a few times.
Oh, awesome.
A fan of the show.
So people are like, I'm coming by tonight. Why do I want to talk to you online? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All good. Okay, here's something. Did you know this? Aprosexia is the inability to concentrate. Butter. I didn't think that was funny either. All right. Ted Kinsman developed a coffee drip printer that creates images by spitting out tiny droplets of coffee. So much for reading to fall asleep. Okay, honestly, there's a reason that these go on the internet and not in my act, because the silence that you're giving me is something that I am not ready to have on the stage, although I think we all know we all get that from time and again. Okay, so these are jokes you will not see at the Berkeley Performance Center this weekend. I promise you, none of these that I'm doing will be used at the tried and true, the A material, the stuff that makes you want to get on the tee and get stuck somewhere, and then it's going to run again, and then you get off again, and then you get stuck again, and you realize, well, I could have walked there, but it was crappy outside. I did this. All right, good. All right. I'm not going to do that one because I don't want people to get angry with me. Twitter is the place to put your jokes when you just expect people to get angry with you anyway. You're like, I'm going to get canceled anyway, so let's put it up there. All right. A man is more likely to get a woman's phone number if he's accompanied by a dog. I think a dog is more likely to get a number if he's not accompanied by a guy. No, nothing. If you have a better punchline, feel free to chat it in. Hamburger University is the employee training campus for McDonald's. You should see their soccer team. See, because I would imagine they'd be fairly out of shape and not able to run up and down the field. And I thought the fact that I said soccer instead of football meant I was progressive. I was willing to give soccer its fair. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single screaming child. For those of you who travel, that's one for you. Billy goats urinate on their own heads to smell more attractive to females. Human males often use Axe body wash. We share 98.4% of our DNA with chimps and 70% of our DNA with slugs. At least that's what my wife tells me. Because she loves factoids. That's why. This one I'm not doing. It's the world's longest word, which we can't even have me attempt to do. George Washington grew hemp in his garden. He was America's first president with the munchies. That joke goes out to all our future cannabis sponsors at the Boston Comedy Festival. You might want to get a hold of us if you'd like to see more cannabis jokes. We can be bought. We can be bribed. Get in touch with us. Okay, here's something. The bite of a grizzly bear is strong enough to crush a bowling ball. This does not help them pick up the 7-10 split, however. That could be the worst joke so far.
It's not going to the accuracy.
Not only is that not going to the Berkeley Performance Center this Saturday, I think that's coming off Twitter. Although I did have someone that retweeted that.
That's because they couldn't believe Twitter allowed it.
Yeah, I think that retweet they put in the subject line like, "Can you believe this guy?" How many people follow me on Twitter? It's like it's 31,000 people are being subjected. 31,000. We have how many followers? 42 people out of 31,000 are hanging on my every word right now.
Only 30 of those are bots.
29,000 of them are going, how do you unfollow on Twitter? How do you make that happen? I would just like to know. I had a better shirt on yesterday. All right. Motivations for dyslexic. When life gives you lemonade, make more lemonade.
How many kids with dyslexia does it take to change light bulb? Want to ride bikes?
This comes in from producer Jock, who's saying, how many dyslexics does it take to turn in a light bulb? Want to ride bikes? Here's one I wrote that I don't do anymore because I'm afraid of the people that are involved in this joke. How many lesbians does it take to turn in a light bulb? I don't know. I just want to watch.
Well,
Is that stage worthy?
I do it.
I don't know. They can take me, and they're. How many Patriot fans does it take to turn in a light bulb?
They don't. They just tell you how much better the old light bulb was.
They don't. They just tell you how much better the old light bulb was. All right. The words twerk and dwerp and selfie have been added to the Oxford English Dictionary. Now, for many of you, you're wondering, what's a dictionary? Humans start lying by the age of 4. Well, where did you think congressmen came from? Even like a professional comedy pause there. Did you see that?
That's 30 years in.
The pause is what sells that. I just want to say, no, I was gonna do a boating barge joke, but maybe it's a little too early. I won't do that one. Okay. Honey badgers eat porcupines and poisonous snakes and raid beehives and steal food from hungry lions. Sounds like a late night at the Waffle House to me. Did you know that Marilyn Monroe's IQ was higher than Einstein? And not only that, have you seen Einstein in a dress? All right, Liam Hales, the man, the legend, the comedian, the man about town, has just entered our private studio. And we welcome him. We ask you to hold your applause. He will be here kind of helping us run both the semifinals. I went in with Liam yesterday. We thought we had an insane person in the room, but apparently they went back out into the wilds. So we thought he was in one of our shows, but it's good to have Liam here. Liam is very funny, and we're glad to have him. And he's going to be, if you go to the semifinals, you'll see Liam helping us run things. And we got John Moses. By the way, John Moses, something you should know about our semifinals tonight is it's being recorded for iHeart, not iHeart. Is it iHeartRadio? No, it's not iHeartRadio. I have a friend at iHeartRadio. It's Sirius Satellite Radio is they're recording audio for Sirius Satellite Radio tonight and tomorrow night at the Boston Comedy Festival at the City Winery. And if you want to hear your clapter or your laughing be recorded, you can do that by, if there's still tickets left, getting a ticket to the Boston Comedy Festival. And then you can go to bostoncomedyfest.com and get those tickets. I should also, what's the name of, do you know what the name of John Moses' podcast is? Fight Stories? It's on the website. Go to the website, and he does stories about hockey fights. And that's going to be on Saturday. I think it's it's in the afternoon. So if you're in your 60s and you can't drive at night, but you like to hear and see video about people being pummeled on ice, we've got just the show for you. And we got 2 comedians that make it funny. A suggestion for them, I think they have like an ex-NFL guy that I'm not going to say that. I was going to say they pick someone out of the crowd at random and just beat the tar out of them. So you want to be there for it. And then if they beat the tar out of somebody in the audience, their penalty is they have to sit on a chair for 3 minutes. That doesn't seem like enough punishment for assault and battery. Someone must be doing that joke. Everyone must be doing that joke. No? Okay.
They have to listen to that joke that you're saying has to come off the internet. That's the punishment.
Oh, right. All right. Many of my friends out there that know about Las Vegas know that the casinos do not have any clocks on the wall. However, in Vegas, pawn shops have tons of watches. Do you think that's funny?
I think that's funny.
I don't know if that rises to the Liam. Do you vote a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that?
That's good.
He's saying that because he's.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Don't judge it on my behalf.
Well, we're saying these are Twitter funny, but we just don't know if they're.
Yes,
It's Twitter funny, but not on the stage funny. Yeah.
It was humorous.
Oh, he said it's humorous. That's it. Once as a comedian, if you say I'm not a comedian, I'm a humorist, it's over. You're done.
Well, it's a low-level smirk.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's my delivery. And that's the visual cue to so they can golf clap. Yeah, it's like shh. Golf clap. Okay. The NSA plans to probe deeper into Uranus. Wow, I butchered that. Let's try that again. Take two. The NSA plans to probe deeper into Uranus in the year 2030. Is that NASA or the IRS? If one of my 47 viewers right now is one of the great heroic people working for the IRS, I want to just say nothing personal on that one. And I'm willing to take that off Twitter, and we could never speak of that again if you're in any way offended. All right. I think I have a lot. Oh, there we go. Okay, so quick reminder, 24th Annual Boston Comedy Festival finale, Berkeley Performance Center. Berkeley Performance Center, March 30th, which is Saturday. We have Adam Ferreira, Michael Gross, who was on Family Ties and Tremors. The best movie ever to have a worm going underground. Don't tell me Dune. Don't tell me that. I'm not with you on that. Watch Tremors. Come and meet Michael Gross. I actually think he might be showing up somewhere soon, and I can't say where, but we're hoping. Tony V, the great Tony V, will be getting a stand-up comedian award. So lots to see, lots to do at the Boston Comedy Festival. In medieval time, they used maggots to clean wounds for patients. Now we use lawyers. Nothing much has changed. The Amazon rainforest produces more than 20% of the world's oxygen supply. Politicians use 50%. The creator of soft soap, when he died, he was buried in a large bottle with a convenient little pump handle on the top. All right. The average person will spend about 5 years eating during their lifetime. It's the happiest years of my life. All right. We're building an audience here. We're building momentum.
Did the first shows, the first 2 nights sell out?
Yeah. The first 2 nights of the contest have sold out.
Well, there was a sellout yesterday.
Yep.
It was 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock one was sold out, but we're jam packed.
Even the second one was cheap.
Yeah, it was. We had a lot of people in there. We get the thing. This is my theory anyway. Is we get a lot of walk up. There's a lot of people that are used to coming. We're having a comedy and Cabernet show this Saturday this week at the City Winery, and we've been doing that almost every week here at the City Winery, and almost every week it's got to be like the last 6 months, Liam. They've been really packing out the room because we get, they say buy local. If you buy local in comedy and you buy local comedy in Boston, you're buying really good comedy. It's good for you, and the comedians are so talented. We don't have to like outsource for these fancy Dan people from places that are overrun with sadness and depression. We have our own depression. We grow it here. Although I think comedians were funnier before the Red Sox won the World Series because we had like 150 years of pent-up misery to unleash. It's just a theory. I don't know. Go Sox. I don't want to start anything that I can't finish here. Catholics in Nicaragua who observe Lent by abstaining from meat make meals of iguana and armadillo instead. Let me read that again because I really went off course at least 4 times in that sentence. Catholics. Okay, you can't do a joke like this. Catholics in Nicaragua. Okay. What's funnier, me trying to finish this joke? I'm just going to get Nicaragua. Did I say that right? Ish. I'm not doing that joke. I'm not doing that joke. Yeah, no, I'm not. There's just dangerous potholes and snares all throughout that joke. I don't want to step in any of them. Here's something I don't know. This is like a what would we call this? I don't know if this is true, but it's a conspiracy theory based joke. Mia Farrow said Frank Sinatra may be the father of her son Ronan, not Woody Allen. And I thought to myself, I would rather have my dad be old Blue Eyes than old Four Eyes. That stare made someone laugh. I really felt it. Oh, you know what I found on my Twitter account? Here's a card I got while working in Cleveland at the Pickwick and Frolic Club, which is one of the best clubs in the country. I saved this note from February 24th, 2008, and let me read it. Okay. I'm gonna end on this note. I'm gonna pitch the shows, and then I'm gonna go. Here's the note to the comedian. Customer unhappy about Jim McHugh being abusive towards a heckler. All right. Having said that, we got great shows here. We got Kevin Nealon here tonight. We got D.L. Hughley Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got the finale with Adam Ferrara. We've got Tony V. We've got who else? Who am I missing? I'm going to be on the show. And then we've got tomorrow night, which is the All-Star Show in Berkeley. And I don't have time because I just got a text from management that I got to go upstairs and go to work. So go to BostonComedyFest.com, support comedy, get some laughs. You deserve it. Thank you so much. I love you for watching the show.